sure everything is good, and then we can kick it off, right? One day closer to getting out of here. Here we go. Getting out of here. All right, we good to go. All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, who I'm learning this 100% truth from. Much respect to the brothers out there laboring in this truth worldwide in sincerity and in faith, right? This lesson is going to go into what not trusting in oppression, because our people have a hard time trusting in the Most High, man. And we know it's been set up that way, but even coming out of Egypt, man, even after seeing all those miracles, the water turned into blood, the locusts, the darkness, even the firstborn getting killed, man. Our people had a hard time even believing in the Most High God, right? They still was trusting in the oppression of Egypt, man. They still was wanting to go back and eat their defiled bread in that land, right? So those spirits are back. We're gonna go into a lesson right now about trusting in the Most High God, right? Because that's who's gonna be there to save us, man. And we have to put our faith and trust in Him, right? So let's share this right here. And shalom, shalom to all the viewers on the that's viewing the live right now. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. Alright, let's pull this up right here. This is let's start right here. Right. Let's share this audio. Make sure we're sharing. Alright, come, we're sharing. This is Psalms chapter 62 and verse 10. Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not thy heart upon them, right? So don't trust in the oppression of this world, man. And I want to get this word right here, oppression. Right? Our people, I seen a story this morning involving Big Boy of Outkast, saying that he's going to do him and do that halftime show for the NFL, right? And the word oppression, Strong's H6233.
Strong's H6233. Oshik. Oshik.
Oshik, right? Says oppression, extortion, injury, right? Oppression, extortion, gained by extortion, man. So our people right now, man, we've been extorted by every nationality on this planet Earth, man. And our people trust in oppression. They still trust in going to these nail shops, man. They still trust in going to these gas stations, man. That's in our hood, man. They still trusting in these things, man. Why? Because the mind is gone, man. Right? Let's get some more on this definition. It says injury, fraud, subjectively, distress, concretely, unjust gain. Our people trust in unjust gain, man. They don't trust in the Most High God, right? It says cruelly, extortion, oppression, thing deceitfully gotten, right? So our people trust in some that's what deceitfully gotten. Shalom says shalom. Our people trust in things that's deceitfully gotten, man. Let me come back there, right here, right? Our people trust in things that's deceitfully gotten, man. Our people don't trust in the Most High God. You know, like I said earlier, man. Even with us coming out of Egypt, man, we had everything provided for us, man. You gotta understand, man. We walked 40 years in the wilderness, and our clothes was not even tattered. Had on the same shoes, man, and these people were so gone. But that's how the Most High made them, man. So you can understand this, and you're able to hearken, man. You're blessed right now. You know, you're not trusting in this world. Once you heard the word of salvation, you understood that, man, the Most High God gave me a gift of understanding that I should not let go, right? Let's bring this up right here. Let's share this screen. Well, we're gonna go to, and this is just a quick lesson, man. You know, we got camp later on today, and I just wanted to get in the spirit, stay in the spirit, bringing out a couple lessons. Like Most High, he woke me up early this morning, did two quick lessons. You know what I'm saying? And it felt good because I was low in the spirit. You know, uh, he done had me on fire for a while now. You know, doing 2 and 3 lessons a day, and I felt some type of way because I was like, man, what's going on? And you know, that's how it runs in cycle. Elder Apostle Gabar said it runs in cycle like that. You know, you'll be high in the spirit on fire, and then you'll be low in the spirit because it's all about balance, right? So let's get this. This is Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord. Let me make sure I'm sharing this. Salakia. Yep. Make sure I'm sharing it. Alright, here we go. This is Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, with all thine heart, and lean not to thine own understanding, right? Acknowledge in all thy ways, acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths, right? So you gotta trust in the Most High God with all your heart, man. He's gonna direct your path, man. We, as being the hopeful elect, understand that we're gonna have to trust in the Most High God for the want of all things, like He said when we was coming out of Egypt, man. You know, and let me get this word lean. Salakia. Lean not to your own understanding, man. Don't try and do your own thing, man. You know, trust that the Most High God got you, right? And let's jump into it. This is Strong's H 8172, right?
Strong's H 8172. Cheyenne. Cheyenne.
Cheyenne. Lean, stay, rely. Don't rely on your own understanding. Don't rest on your own understanding. To lean on, trust in, support. Don't trust in yourself, man. You're supposed to be trusting the Most High God, right? To lean upon, support oneself of trust in Yahweh or power, right? So it says, trust in the Most High God with all your heart and lean not. Don't trust on your own understanding. Don't trust on your own way of thinking, man, right? Let's go back here. Let's get another. Hey, Yahweh Bashem Abishai, Elder Manat Zakbar. Shalom, brother, shalom. Come. Let's get this script right here, right? It says Psalms 33 and 18. Behold, The eye of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushai is upon them that fear him and upon them that hope in his mercy, right? So we hoping in the mercy of the Most High God, and we're trusting in him, and guess what? We have fear. Because guess what? We're not gonna trust anybody else. Right? Verse 19, to deliver the soul from death and to keep them alive in famine, right? We're trusting in the Most High God to keep us alive in famine also, okay? Right? Verse 20, it says, our soul waiteth for the Most High. He is our help and our shield, right? The Most High God is our help and our shield, man. All praise to the Most High God, right? Now let's get this script right here. Cause our people, we love trusting in oppression, man. And it's crazy that way, but that's how the Most High God had it set up, though. From the beginning. Let's do this and share this screen. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 31, because the Most High God wants us to what, man? Trust in Him, man. That's all we had to do from the beginning was trust in Him. But our people were so stiff necked and hard hearted, man, that they ain't understand. But it's still all of the will of the Most High. And I like this I like this screenshot, but this thing be doing some things sometimes. And I'm wondering if it's just because it's a beta version and not the full version, and that's why you have so many problems with it. Cause you'll share a screen and it won't share the screen. It won't. Well, here we go. Right. So this is Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Right. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. We know that Egypt is what? The house of bondage, pursuing to what? Exodus 20 and 2. Deuteronomy 5 and 6, I believe. Also Exodus, not Exodus, Deuteronomy 28 and 68. You know what I'm saying? We will be sold into Egypt by way of ships, right? Says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, right? So people right now believe that the U.S. government has this great military, and they do, but they're trusting in this military to what? Keep them safe, man. But guess what? When that time come and Yahweh Shem Shai execute that judgment, man, it ain't gonna be none that those chariots or horsemen can do, right? It says, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek they, neither seek the, neither seek the Most High. They don't seek the Most High, right? Yet also is wise, yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity, right? So the Most High God is going to do this, man. He's going to, for the people not trusting in him, man, it's going to be a great judgment. And there's nothing that they can do about it. Like that guy last night that was on Elder Manakba live, he couldn't get it, man. And the Most High God blocked his understanding. He was like, "So it's my fault? You damn right it's your fault. You was one of the ones murmuring in the damn wilderness. You know, that's your judgment. You know, like the brother said last night. You're not gonna you're not gonna be wicked this whole time, and then all of a sudden hear the word of salvation, and then you be able to hearken. Hell no, it don't work that way. No, you gotta feel that second fire. You gotta feel that death. The scripture say that all the righteous blood gonna be upon you, right? Well, that's what it is, man. Point blank, period. And there's nothing you can do about it. They just be happy the ones who can understand this word that the Most High God is putting you in a place to what get a chance at salvation, man. You know, scripture say what? Don't worry about those that perish, but inquire on how the righteous shall be saved, right? Let's get this in Isaiah, chapter 30, and I want verse 12. You know what? I'm gonna start up. That's right. Let's start at 1. Says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." Right? A lot of people add sin to sin. They add iniquity on top of iniquity. Because why? They're not trusting in the Most High God. Right? That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and trust in the shadow of Egypt, right? Our people trust in the shadow of Egypt, man. They trust in oppression. They trust in bondage, man. They trust in food stamps, you know what I'm saying? They trust in um, not even trying to hear the word of the Most High God, man. You have hundreds and hundreds of people that walk by camp that don't inquire to see what's going on. Got guys in garments bringing out the word of the Most High God, trying to instruct you in righteousness. But once again, you know, once you understand the scripture, you understand 1 Corinthians 4 and 3, you understand Romans 11, 7 and 8, that what? He did this so they could feel the fire, man. Because those rebellious, stiff-necked spirits from the beginning, right? Verse 3, "Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion," right? We're trying to be up under the shadow of the Almighty. Psalms 91, right? "For the princes were at Zon, and his ambassadors came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be an help nor profit, but a shame and also a reproach," right? So it's going to be the shame, right? And I want to jump down, right? Let's start at jump down to verse 8. "Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come, forever and ever," right? So the Most High God told Isaiah to write this thing down so we can have it now, right? You read in Ezra where it said, "Deliver this word to the ones that are worthy, and inquire in that city who are able to understand." It says, verse 9, "That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Most High, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits," right? Our people want smooth things, man. Our people don't want to get right, man. That's why they got to come back in the kingdom, man. That's the only way for them to be righteous, man. Where the laws are written in the inward part. So it's a blessing right now for you to want to fear the Lord. It's a blessing right now for you to want to trust in Him. Because when that time come, man, you best believe these people who walk by the camp, these social media Israelites who don't do the work, you best believe they're gonna be wanting to find out what they need to do, and it's gonna be too late. It's the same parable of those 10 virgins, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't have enough oil, and they told them go buy and sell for yourself, right? Let's read this again. Verse 10, "Which say to the seer, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits, get you out the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from among us." That's what they say, man. We don't want to hear about that, Bob. We don't want to hear about our God, because that's basically what they're saying. And the scriptures say they're not despising us, they're despising Yahweh Shai who sent us, and in turn they despising Yahweh, because this is his words, man. Right? And this is the point, verse 12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, who breaketh suddenly, so like who breaking cometh suddenly in an instant. Hey man, when that breaking of that Hurricane Dora come in an instant to those wicked Israelites down there in the Bahamas, man, wasn't that in an instant, right? And he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall be not so that there shall not be found in any the bursting of it a shard to take fire from the hearth, or to take water wherewith out of the pit. So he's letting you know, man, just like a potter would break a pot, it ain't gonna be nothing to be able to be carried in that water, man. And that is gonna judge 2/3 of our people because of their wickedness, right? Con. That's right, brother. He couldn't get it. He couldn't get it, and I'm looking forward to that lesson. And that's how the Most High God wanted it, though, man. And that's a perfect example. You had another Jacob there who, and that's another thing, man. You can't be following all these groups, man. You can't be, and you think you're gonna get understanding, because these groups go off, man. And if you studied to show yourself approved, you would see that, man. As I have grown in this truth, man, I have seen GMS has the 100% truth, no doubt about it. It ain't about being puffed up in pride. It's about doing what the scriptures say, man. You know, you got guys saying that you don't have to call on the name of the Lord when it plainly say you have to know His name to be saved, man. You know that really brings me back to how the um, the Pharisees and Sadducees says, then we command you stiffly not to teach in His name. Why did they do that, man? You gotta understand those spirits are back now, man. So those guys are also trusting in Egypt. They're trusting in oppression. They're leaning on their own understanding. You got one body of Satan talking about no miracles. You know what I'm saying? Talking about what we need to save water. You know what I'm saying? You trusted in yourself, man. And we started out this lesson not getting that word. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back, right? Let's share it. Let's get this definition again, because that's what our people do. 2/3. I remember, man. That's a huge number. 2/3 of our people. That's a huge number, right? And Strong's H. Make sure I'm sharing this. Salakia. Here we go. All right. The word oppression, because that's what our people trust in. They trust in everything in this nation, man. Strong's H 6233.
Strong's H 6233. Oshik. Oshik.
Oshik, right? Says oppression, injury, oppression, extortion, gain by extortion, right? Our people trust in that, man. Injury, fraud, distress, unjust gain, cruelly, extortion, oppression, thing deceitfully gotten. So our people trust in a thing that deceitfully is gotten, man. And because you doing this, man, the Most High God is gonna what? Take you out, man. Right? Let's get this right here because we know we have to trust in the Most High God for the want of all things. That's what He wanted us to do from the beginning, and for us not to for 2/3 of our people not to do that. It's just what part of the scriptures, man. What it say, sweet in your mouth, bitter in your belly. So as you meditate on these things, man, it becomes bitter to you. When your family members can't get it, it's bitter to you. Come on, baby, share this thing. And this lesson wasn't meant to be too long. And after this, I'm probably gonna close it out unless the spirit hit me with right. All right, here we go. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach at the Apocrypha, chapter 2, and let's start at 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart, your mind, aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, thou makest that thou mayest be increased at the last end. That's what we're looking to be increased in the last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Be patient when you change to a lower state, man. Understand this is not your rest. Understand, trust in the Most High and don't trust in oppression, right? It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Okay? It says, believe in him, trust in him. That's belief, right? Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Trust in Yahweh Shem Shai for all you want, man. Right? Ye that fear the Most High, wait on his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall, man. Don't stop trusting in the Most High God, man. Keep your trust in him, man. He gonna direct your path, right? It says, the fear of the Lord, Shalakia, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and the everlasting joy and mercy, right? We hoping for we prisoners of hope, right? We hoping that we can get saved out this damn captivity, man. I wake up like, damn, man, Esau's still in power. Like, I'm praying for the dollar to crash so it can speed along the process. Go ahead and implement your RFID chip. Go ahead and kick off Jacob's trouble. I know that some gotta. That's the vexness that I have. I know that we still have some that has to wake up because if it weren't, we'd be in the famine of the world right now, right? But that's how pissed off I'm with this whole system that's set up, man. I'm looking for a kingdom that dwells with righteousness, man. Verse 10. Look at the generations of old. Verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see that ever any trust in the Most High and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him, right? So who did the Most High God ever despise that called upon him to trust in him? Nobody, man. Look on the generations of old. Lord willing, this has been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who we wear, who I'm learning this 100% truth from. And much respect to the brothers out there laboring worldwide to wake up the elect of the children of Israel. Till the next time I say, Shalom.